355, 3 homers in 13 games. How valuable is that to have a bat
He's been
like
solid.
that?
He's been a real contributor. And it's the first time Nolan's been, I don't want to say completely healthy, but healthy to show what he's capable of doing. I kind of remind everybody I'm real happy for him because he's been down a rough road. It's a real tribute to him to persevere through this, and quite proud of the organization to sticking with him. He's dialed up a lot of things we needed.
But when you look at Mike Wright's, and it's only 4 starts, so it's a body of work so far, his ability to kind of get through some jams, especially maybe the third time through the order there. Tonight, sometimes it hasn't worked for him, like in Kansas City, and times it has, like tonight. I mean, what have you been impressed with?
Well, I want to give him those opportunities. There's only one way for him to gain the experience to get through it. And let's be fair, Adam Jones made as good a play as you'll ever see. And Matt made a great tag, to kind of take away that momentum they had going there, especially in that part of the order. And but he attacked the strike zone. He didn't sit there. He'd like to have the 4-pitch walk to Eaton back. That's one that got him in a little bit of a bind there after pitching Jackson tough. But you hope they learn from things that they're exposed to, and that's the only thing that allows you to keep exposing it to them, because this isn't, it's not, I don't want to, it's just so much of experience you can give them before they start getting better from it. That's first time. I think tonight I looked at a stat sheet. First time I kind of looked at it as far as the ERA and hits to innings. I don't pay a lot of attention to that early. And he seems like he's pitching a lot better than the numbers. It's just that one inning that's kind of got away from him.
Does it seem like Nolan, not just tonight, but every game that he's been in, that he's kind of been able to do something impactfully for you guys?
You can tell that it was about the last week of spring training. He's got a lot of guys kind of in a good place. You can tell they know what they're, expected to bring, and I think Nolan's got a real piece about where he knows if he's healthy, and if he's getting opportunities, he's going to be able to contribute. You can just tell being around him that he kind of likes where he is, professionally.
How big a hit was that for your second baseman in the bottom of the fifth?
Well, it was a big hit for us, but I got to tell you, their pitcher, he's a tough guy to beat. You come out with a W against him, that was all legit. Got to tell you, I was pretty happy to see CD flare that ball to left to get the hit out of the way. He had that kind of stuff. I think it was breaking ball or changeup. Jonathan hit, if I'm not mistaken. But John, was it big for him? I don't really think so. I think John knows the confidence we have in him and his teammates. He better not bring any woe is me around here. His teammates won't let him. He's, especially if things have gone on in his life in the last couple of days. How much woe is me going on? He isn't. John never has a bad day, though. He takes it very seriously. He had a great double play turn, and a good challenge by our guys. We probably wouldn't have challenged the other one if it had been somewhere other than the 8th inning. I still think he might have been off if you really break it down. What?
But Adam obviously hasn't started off as quickly as he had in the past. Maybe he's banged up a little bit. He's been dealing with some stuff, and then he gets tagged out and run down. Maybe he's a little aggressive.
Actually, a good play. No, okay. If he goes back, first of all, their third baseman plays about 2-3 steps from the bag, closer than anybody in the league other than maybe Longoria, and he can't get back. In fact, that might have been a key part of that inning, because they may turn a double play there if he does get back. But if you break it down from overhead, he can't get back. He was asking me about it afterwards.
But then in the outfield in that 6th inning, he maybe a little aggressive when that ball came in. The guy took the extra base to third. But then he goes and makes that play, arguably the best play of the game.
Oh, well, it is. And it's the play the guy goes first to third is about 2-3 inches from being a double play. And if you're going to think you're going to get Adam to back off of playing the game that way, you're kidding yourself. And he can't play the game any other way. And that's why you like him so much. And, there's some things, that's why you trust him effort-wise. He likes to compete. And if you ever take that away from him, that aggressiveness, then you might as well not play him.
Well, you talked about beating Rodon. That's the third lefty in 3 days that you guys have beaten. I think you guys are now 5-0 against lefty starters this year, which is a pretty big turnaround from last year. Guys kind of struggled against lefties. What's been the difference that you've seen?
Well, I think, obviously Mark Trumbo, Nolan being healthy, both our catchers can and do hit right-handed, but it's not like we're beating the heck out of them, okay? I mean, Matt Moore there's some tough left-handers, and we're going to see another one Sunday as good as there is in the game. So, anytime you can, I'd like to say, but you go back through it, it's not like we're just hammering them. But how many have we seen now? 4, 5, 6?
Price. Correct. Some of it's just managing to get to the bullpen even. Maybe
it's hard. It's hard, and I didn't feel like we got too deep in their bullpen tonight. I mean, that's why the type of people you pick third in the country. And I remember looking at him coming out of the draft. I knew he wasn't going to be around when we picked. Of course, we didn't pick till the third round that year, did we? But that's pretty good. I tell you, he's impressive. We were trying. It took us 2 innings to figure out. The first 2 pitches were 88. They put changeup up there. That was a little two-seamer because Joey was asking me. We were talking about it after the first at bat. He throws everything out of the same slot too. It's tough.
The record home is awfully good. Do you feel this year that there's any extra special advantage you've been having by playing at home?
No, I don't think so. Other than our fans, we all enjoy playing here. It's a great atmosphere. I'm just hoping we can get some weather to cooperate with the other part of it. I don't know, what's tomorrow look like?
A little better.
But I mean, it's nasty out there, and to play 9 innings and not make an error. What a play Zach made. That of course you hold your breath for a second, but I can't put my finger on anything. We've always. It's always something. You got to play better on the road. You got to, it's easy to dial up what you want to, the old thing about playing 500 on the road and X at home. I wish it was that easy, just to say, but the game's not played mathematically, but we know what it means. If you need to feel like you have some advantage, but the advantage you have at home is usually your next starting pitcher.
You referenced the Weeders play, but how difficult is it to backhand the ball?
And the ball's skidding. Different times during the year, like our grass gets thicker when it's cool and not. I mean, it gets faster as the summer goes on, and then you put the wet with it, and the ball, you don't know whether it's going to skid or catch on the grass and come up. It's like a changeup. Go stand with gear on and with a catcher's mitt and try to catch that ball and make a tag. There's so many things about that play that are hard to execute.
You mentioned the Britton tag. Was he all right after that?
So far, yeah. I was sitting there. I knew they were going to appeal everything. They need to have a thing where if you have 2 or 3 or 4 stoppages and you don't appeal it, you should lose your appeal. How's that? Because some of it might take away some of the frivolous ones. I feel like I'm a part of sometimes. Unfortunately, everybody in the dugout hears the phone ring, so you can't just go, not tonight, please. I did one last night that we could have. I was talking to Mac about it. They probably had illegal slide where he went in standing up. It was 10-2, if y'all remember, at second on the double play ball with Manny. And I was sitting there thinking, boy, if Mac gives up an earned run, I'm going to have a sleepless night because it could have saved him an earned run. But I knew y'all would have been up there going, what is he doing out there again? Right? Because I remember there's no heat up there. There's no heat in the dugout either. Oh, there's a little bit. It's like that. I'm not going to get, my daughter got mad at me last night for making reference about hot air. Can't do that anymore.